loved writing for as long as he can remember, and now he's actually getting paid for it. And as you're about to find out, Kirk Robinson has written 7 novels and doesn't have plans of slowing down anytime soon. Kirk Robinson lives in the Kempville community of Smith County. To hear him tell it, he's been writing since he was in elementary school.
I wrote short stories and poems and even a little book. It was just something I did because I don't know if it was a natural skill or I just enjoyed storytelling. You know, to be an author, you've got to be able to tell stories. And I've always been a storyteller, and so yeah, I had that interest.
Robinson made the decision in 2005 to end his professional career with Barnes & Noble and started writing full-time.
As time went by, I went into business and made my career in business. But when I was in a financial position where I could quit working professionally and then just write full-time, I took that opportunity, and I've been doing it now for 11 years. I've published 7 books in 11 years. The first book I wrote was Founding Character. This book, I was on the Appalachian Trail on September 11th of 2001. It was certainly shocking because I had been in that kind of wilderness experience for a couple of months, and I was very detached from civilization, as it were, but I had a radio, and it was on a gorgeous, gorgeous morning near McAfee Knob in Virginia, and I was sitting there watching the sunrise, and I heard it on the radio, and it was very shocking. And I guess I got as much patriotic fervor as anyone else, and when I got off the trail, I wrote Founding Character as a kind of an homage to my views on our country and what we suffered. And then my next book was Founding Courage, which was another history book. Those books did well, and I enjoyed writing them, but then I decided to turn my attention to some fiction. And I've been writing fiction more or less since then, except for one book, Hiking Through History, which I wrote in 2010. My most current book is it's Notes from the Field, a diary of journeys near and far. And what it is, an accumulation of my diary and journal entries throughout my life of all my travels. I have wound up, sometimes by accident and sometimes by design, traveling extensively around the world. And I decided to just kind of take all of my notes and all of my observations and bind them up in one book. And that's what that book is. I also published a book last summer. It was a novel called The Appalachian, which was named to the best of 2015 in fiction. And that was a 750-page novel. So it was 2 years in the writing on that one. Yeah.
Robinson was born in Texas, but spent summers at his grandparents' home in Smith County. When it came up for sale in 2009, he jumped at the opportunity to buy the farmhouse and move to a place where he has so many fond memories.
So this house, to my brothers and sisters and I, this house was always very special. The land it's on, everything about Kempville was special. We all have childhood memories here. I have older brothers and sisters who are significantly older than me, and so their era of memories are actually date into the 50s, whereas mine are mostly 60s and 70s. But nevertheless, it was special to all of us. But my grandmother passed away in 1995. And at the time, my aunt and my father's passed away, but my aunt is 96 years old and still lives in Nashville, decided to sell the place. And we were all heartbroken, but that's the way it was. In 2009, I was in El Paso settling my father's estate when I got a call from one of my Hackett cousins up here that said, Aunt Velma's place is for sale, if you'd be interested in getting it back. And I just made a phone call to Jason Martin at Heartland. I said, man, just go get it. Just go buy the place. And then I got here and saw the condition it was in, and it was pretty shocking, but I bought it, and after a couple of years of hard work, was able to restore it.
Robinson says he loves writing novels in this room. He gets a great sense of peace when he's here. If you would like to purchase any of his work, it's fairly simple.
Any way you would buy a book, you can. They're available digitally on Kindle. They're available on Amazon.com. You can get them through bookstores just as you would any other book.
The day I visited Robinson, he actually wrote the first paragraph of his 8th novel. He says he hopes to have it finished within a year. Reporting from Smith County, Barry Hyatt, NCTV.